Disclaimer.
Emergency alert. Physical silver is already trading at $130 an ounce in Asia, while the paper price on your screen still shows only $71. January 6th, 2026, and the lie is exposed forever. Dealers in Tokyo, Dubai, and India are quoting $120, $130 for immediate physical bars and coins. Sold out, waiting lists, panic buying everywhere. Meanwhile, COMEX and LBMA paper contracts sit at $71 like nothing happened. This isn't a premium or a temporary shortage. This is the greatest fracture in precious metals history. The paper lie that kept silver cheap for decades is dead. The real price? The price factories and hoarders are paying just broke free. $130 physical versus $71 paper. A $59 gap, 85% premium. The illusion is over. The manipulation can't hide it anymore. Physical reality has won. And the triple-digit explosion isn't coming. It's here. The banks who spoofed, shorted, and suppressed for years just watched their empire crack wide open. The paper price is fiction. The $130 is truth. Industrial buyers devouring, Eastern hoarders stacking, Western dealers empty. The gap isn't closing, it's widening. Physical supply is gone, locked, consumed. The conspiracy kept the lie alive with paper flooding, but physical demand doesn't read paper, it bids real, and it's bidding $130 today. The lie is exposed forever. The squeeze is loading. Triple-digit silver isn't hope, it's the new reality. The paper $71 is the trap. Sell into it, and you hand your metal to the winners. Hold physical, and you ride the apocalypse. The $130 in Asia isn't the ceiling, it's the floor. The real price has spoken. The paper illusion is dead. The triple-digit run starts now. The emergency is live. The winners are ready. The losers still trust $71. Don't be them. The lie is over. The truth is 130 and climbing. I'm Andy Huang, Economy Record. We expose the lies they can't hide anymore. Hit subscribe and notifications right now. The $130 reality spreads fast, and triple-digit silver explodes with it. Your last chance before the paper dies. January 6th, 2026. The emergency is live, and the numbers don't lie. Dealers in Tokyo are quoting $130 an ounce for immediate physical silver bars. Dubai premium markets are hitting $125 and $130. India coin shops at $120 and climbing, with waiting lists days long, sold out signs everywhere, panic buying in full swing. Meanwhile, your trading screen shows COMEX spot at $71, LBMA fix at $71.50. Paper ETFs remain calm, a $59 gap, an 85% premium, the greatest fracture in precious metals history. This isn't a blip or temporary tightness. This is the paper lie exposed forever. The illusion that kept silver cheap for decades is dead. Physical reality has broken free. The real price, the price people are actually paying for real metal, is $130 today. The gap exploded overnight. Post-China export lockdown January 1st. Geopolitical fear from Venezuela. Chaos. Industrial buyers front-running. Hoarding for solar, EVs, and AI ramps. Eastern stackers pulling every bar. Western dealers empty. The $130 isn't speculation, it's necessity. Factories bidding whatever it takes. Retail stacking survival. The paper $71 is fiction. Cash settled, spoofed, manipulated. The gap isn't new, it's been building. But the China ban snapped it wide open. 60-70% refining locked. Small exporters cut off. Flow to west choked. Physical supply disappearing. The emergency is the proof. The lie can't hide anymore. Paper price for headlines. Physical price for reality. The $130 in Asia is the truth. The $71 on COMEX is the trap. The last one. Sell into paper calm and you hand your metal to the winners. Hold physical and you ride the truth. The gap isn't closing, it's the new normal. Physical demand is permanent. Industrial consumption mandatory. Supply locked forever. The conspiracy kept the illusion alive with paper flooding, naked shorts, spoofing, and cash-settled ETFs. But physical buyers don't settle cash. They demand bars. And they're demanding $130 today. The emergency is the signal. The lie is dead. The real price is spoken. Triple-digit silver isn't coming. It's here. The $130 physical is the floor. Paper forced to catch up. Shorts forced to cover at real levels. The gap apocalypse is live. The paper empire falls. The physical truth rises. The emergency isn't fear, it's opportunity. The last chance before paper dies. The winners hold $130 reality. The losers trust $71 fiction. The lie is exposed forever. The squeeze is loading. Physical holders who position now dominate the new world. The gap is the proof. The $130 is the future. The paper $71 is the past. The emergency is here. The domination begins. Don't miss it. The emergency is undeniable. Physical silver hitting around $130 an ounce in Asia, while paper quotes a pathetic $71. January 6, 2026 exposes the greatest gap in precious metals history forever. Dealers in Tokyo quote $130 for immediate kilobars. Dubai premium markets run $125, $130. India coin shops, $120 and climbing, with waiting lists, panic buying, and sold-out signs everywhere. Real people are paying real money for real metal. Meanwhile, COMEX spot sits at $71 and the LBMA fix at $71.50. Paper ETFs remain calm, a $59 gap, an 85% premium. This isn't a glitch or temporary tightness, this is the fracture. The paper lie that kept silver cheap for decades is dead. Physical reality has broken free. The real price, the price factories and hoarders pay, is $130 today. The gap exploded overnight, post-China export lockdown January 1st. Geopolitical fear from Venezuela chaos. Industrial buyers front-running, hoarding for solar, EVs, AI ramps. Eastern stackers pull every bar. Western dealers are empty. The $130 isn't speculation, it's necessity. Factories lose billions if lines shut. Pay $130? They do. Retail stacking survival. The emergency proves it. This is the greatest gap in history, bigger than 1980, bigger than 2011, bigger than any previous fracture. Because the lie can't hide anymore. Paper price for headlines, physical price for reality. $130 in Asia is truth. $71 on COMEX is fiction. Cash settled, spoofed, manipulated. The gap isn't new, it's been building. But the China ban snapped it wide open. 60-70% refining locked. Small exporters cut off. Flow to the west choked. Physical supply disappearing. Industrial buyers see the gap and bid higher. Factories front-run any shortage. Hoarding at $130 levels. The emergency exposes the illusion. Paper claims on metal that never existed. $100 trillion derivatives dwarf physical. But physical buyers don't settle cash. They demand bars. And they're demanding $130 today. The greatest gap in history is the signal. The lie is dead. The real price has spoken. Triple-digit silver isn't coming. It's here. The $130 physical is the floor. Paper is forced to catch up. Shorts are forced to cover at real levels. The gap apocalypse is live. The paper empire falls. The physical truth rises. The emergency isn't fear, it's opportunity. Last chance before paper dies. The winners hold $130 reality. The losers trust $71 fiction. The greatest gap in history is the proof. The $130 is the future. The paper $71 is the past. The emergency is here. The domination begins. Don't miss it. The gap is the signal. The $130 is the truth. The lie is exposed forever. Physical holders who position now dominate the new world. The greatest gap in history is live. The triple-digit run starts now. The emergency is the gift. The winners take everything. The paper life empire didn't just suppress silver, it kept physical reality hidden for decades. January 6, 2026, and the $130 for $71 gap is the final proof the empire is dead. The lie was simple. Flood the market with paper, create endless contracts, $100 trillion notional derivatives, daily trading volume, 100, 200 times annual mine supply. Paper claims on metal that never existed kept spot reasonable. Industry got supply cheap and retail was trapped in cash-settled ETFs that never demanded delivery. The empire worked because physical was quiet. Industrial buyers accepted manipulated spot. Dealers had enough flow and retail trusted screens. The empire had tools, spoofing fake orders, naked shorts selling metal they didn't have, cash settlement paying fiat without delivering bars. It made billions, kept silver in a box, prevented squeezes, and delayed the monster. But the monster grew. Industrial demand awakened. Solar gulped more. EVs loaded multiples. AI devoured conductivity. Factories started bidding real. Physical premiums crept higher. The empire fought back with more paper, more spoofing, more suppression. But the lie couldn't hide forever. Vaults drained, deficits locked, and China locked refining. The paper lie kept physical hidden, made $71 look real, and $130 look impossible. But physical buyers don't read paper, they bid truth. Factories pay $130 today. Retail in Asia pays $130 today. The empire kept the gap small for decades. $5, $10 premiums were normal. $20 extreme, now $50, 85%. The greatest gap ever. Because the lie is dead. The empire can't deliver, can't spoof physical bids, can't cash settle factories. The paper lie empire ruled when physical was asleep. But the monster woke, devoured, demanded real. The 130 versus $71 isn't an anomaly. It's the new reality. The empire hid physical to profit, accumulated quietly, sold cheap to industry, and trapped retail in paper. But the hidden is exposed. Physical leads, paper lags. The gap widens forever. The empire ends. The truth dominates. The paper lie didn't just rig price, it delayed the apocalypse and loaded the pressure. The $130 gap releases it. Shorts pay, holders win. The empire is dead, the physical reigns. Triple-digit silver isn't coming, it's here. The paper $71 is the past. The $130 is the future. The lie empire falls, the winners rise, the hidden is out, the domination begins. The $130 versus $71 gap isn't random. It's the apocalypse trigger detonated by China's export ban and global crisis hoarding, shattering the paper illusion forever on January 6, 2026. The trigger pulled January 1st. China reclassified silver as strategic. Export licenses required. Only massive state-backed refiners qualify. Small and mid-tier exporters, decades of Western supply, cut off cold. China controls 60-70% of global refining. Even silver mined in Mexico or Peru routes through Chinese plants. The ban isn't partial, it's a chokehold. Beijing keeps the metal home for solar factories, EV plants, and AI servers. The West gets scraps. Arbitrage dies. Premiums become permanent. Shanghai physical becomes the real price. The trigger combines with crisis hoarding. Venezuela chaos, US strikes, tanker seizures, retaliation threats, spike geopolitical fear. Shipping insurance explodes. Routes delay. Perceived supply risk skyrockets. Industrial buyers panic, front-run any shortage, hoard at any price. Solar manufacturers ramp gigawatts. EV factories load millions of ounces. AI hyperscalers build servers. The apocalypse trigger worsens deficits. Sixth year, short 300 million ounces. Supply frozen, no quick ramp. The China ban locks refining. Crisis hoarding locks physical. The gap explodes. $138 in Asia, $71 paper. The illusion breaks. The paper lie can't hide anymore. Factories bid $130 reality. Retail pays $130 truth. Paper $71 is fiction. The trigger is perfect. China ban ensures permanent tightness. Crisis hoarding drives panic buying. Industrial demand devours. The gap apocalypse is live. The illusion shatters. Shorts who spoofed rallies face real bids. Covering hits crisis levels, $100, $150, whatever it takes. No upper limit. The bigger the trigger, the harder the snap. The China ban plus crisis hoarding ignite everything. Physical leads. Paper is forced to follow. The gap isn't closing. It's the new normal. The apocalypse trigger didn't just widen the gap. It killed the illusion. Paper claims collapse. Physical truth dominates. Shorts are trapped. Covering starts. Explosion loads. Physical holders ride the apocalypse. The trigger is live. The industrial monster feeds. The triple-digit run is the result. Shorts pay. Holders win. The gap apocalypse is here. The illusion is dead. Reality dominates. Banks who built the lie pay the ultimate price. The China ban triggered it. Crisis hoarding fuels it. The apocalypse devours it. Triple digits are the beginning, not the end. The trigger snapped. The winners rise. The $130 for $71 gap isn't just a premium. It's the ignition forcing paper price to triple digits as physical reality drags the illusion into the 100+ apocalypse in 2026. January 6th, 2026. The gap is the spark. The squeeze is the fire. Physical leads. Paper follows. The roadmap is locked. Phase 1. The gap widens. January to February. Physical premiums explode $60, $70. Asia dealers hit $140 plus. Factories bidding crisis levels. Paper lags $70, $80. Shorts feel basis pain. Quiet covering starts. Phase 2. The covering cascade. March to May. Gap hits $80. Physical $150 plus. One major short cracks. Forced covering hits. Other banks rush to close. Price spikes $30 in weeks. $100 breached. Media frenzy. Silver squeeze returns. ETF inflows explode. Retail FOMO floods. Phase 3. The triple-digit panic mid-2026. 100 plus overshoot. Shorts facing tens of billions throw everything at covering. No upper limit. Industry bidding unlimited. Factories paying $170 to $200 for real bars. Vault failures. Delivery chaos. Exchange emergency measures fail. Price runs 200 plusers on pure panic. Phase 4. The new reality. Late 2026. Squeeze exhausts. Correction to $140, $150 zone. But the floor is forever higher. Physical benchmarks dominate. Paper legitimacy gone. Triple digits become the base. The roadmap isn't speculation, it's physics. Physical reality dragging paper. The bigger the gap, the harder the snap. The $130 physical forces, 100 plus is paper. Shorts can't spoof real bids, can't naked short factories, can't cash settle hoarding. The gap ignition is live, covering cascade loads, the illusion shatters. The truth dominates. The $130 gap didn't just expose the lie, it killed it. Forced real price discovery. The shorts who spoofed rallies pay real prices. $100, $150, $200, whatever it takes. No upper limit. The ignition is here. The triple-digit run loading, physical leads forever, paper forced to follow. The gap apocalypse sends silver to levels the banks can't survive. The $130 is the floor. The $100 paper is the gateway. The overshoot is the result. The roadmap is clear. The ignition live. Triple-digit silver is coming faster, harder, bigger, because the gap forces it. The monster demands it. The shorts pay it. The holders win it. The $130 gap is the spark. The triple-digit is the fire. Physical holders ride the explosion. The gap didn't break the market. It fixed it. The lie is dead. The truth dominates. The triple-digit ignition is here. The banks who hit it pay everything. The roadmap is locked. The apocalypse is loading. Triple-digit silver is inevitable. The gap forces it. The winners ride it. The $130 versus $71 gap isn't a premium. It's the lie exposed forever, crowning physical silver holders as the ultimate winners who dominate, while the paper illusion dies and shorts get buried in the triple-digit explosion of 2026, January 6th, 2026. The lie empire ruled for decades. Paper price for headlines. Physical hidden. Suppressed. Controlled. The $130 gap killed it. Physical reality broke free. The illusion is dead. The winners? You. The physical holders who saw through the lie. Who stacked when paper screamed cheap, who held when manipulation smashed dips, who bought every trap. The lie exposed transfers wealth on a historic scale from those who trusted paper to those who held truth. The losers? Paper players wiped. ETF holders watching value evaporate as delivery fails. Retail who sold the gap in fear, regret forever. Shorts buried under tens of billions in covering losses. Banks broken. Institutions left in stocks, or Bitcoin watching silver dominate. The lie exposed exposes the divide. Paper illusion versus physical truth. Manipulated spot versus real bids. The winners don't just survive the lie's death. They dominate it. Because physical is power, scarcest asset. Factories begging, premiums exploding, governments hoarding, black market wild. You dictate terms. The lie exposed didn't hurt physical holders. It crowned them, made your stack priceless in the new reality. The ones who buy this gap apocalypse, who add on the lie's death, become legends. The ones who sold, crushed. The lie exposed apocalypse is live. The paper empire falls. The physical truth rises. January 6th, 2026. Emergency alert. Physical silver is already $130 in Asia, while paper still lies at $71. The greatest gap in history. The paper lie exposed forever. The illusion is dead. The real price is spoken. $130 isn't the ceiling, it's the floor. The truth factories pay. The truth hoarders pay. The truth the banks can't hide anymore. The conspiracy kept the lie alive with paper flooding, spoofing, naked shorts, cash settlement. But physical reality doesn't spoof, doesn't naked short, doesn't settle cash, it demands bars. And it's demanding $130 today. The gap apocalypse is live. The paper empire falls. The physical truth rises. The lie is over. The domination begins. Don't trust paper. Don't sell your physical. Hold the truth. Buy the gap. You're not just protecting wealth. You're positioning for the violent run that forces paper to $130 and beyond. The $130 in Asia is reality. The $71 on COMEX is fiction, the last fiction. The shorts who spoofed it are trapped. The covering starts, the explosion loads. Triple-digit silver isn't coming. It's here. The gap forces it. The monster demands it. The winners ride it. The losers believed the lie. The emergency is your opportunity. The last chance before paper dies. The winners hold $130 truth. The losers watch from $71 illusion, the lie exposed forever, the squeeze unleashed, and physical holders dominate the new world. The gap is the signal. The $130 is the future. The paper $71 is the past. The emergency is here. The domination begins. Position now, or regret forever. The lie is dead. The truth wins. I'm Andy Huang, Economy Record. If this exposed the $130 reality in the paper lie forever, smash, like, share with someone still trusting $71, subscribe and notifications on, because the gap widens fast, and triple-digit silver explodes with it. We'll track every move as the illusion dies. See you at $130.
Disclaimer.